Hi, welcome to HeKate's Crossing. Okay, I watched Three Fat Readers with their emergence decks, and it made me think about what decks bring me out of the darkness. Now, I know some of these choices might be a little different. Okay, the first one I thought of actually was the Santa Muerte Tarot deck. Now, why does this bring me out of the darkness? Some people may call this a sort of a darker deck, a Halloween, maybe Day of the Dead, that sort of thing. Now, the reason why is because it actually reminds me of life. It's an interesting concept, I know. But for me, the Santa Muerte Tarot deck actually reminds me of life. The reason why I live, the reason why I'm living, the reason that I am moving forward on my life, taking the steps that I actually need. This deck here gives me that in so many ways. I find when I'm doing a reading even for a client, I find it speaks very much about life, about how precious life is and how valuable life is. So this is one that allows me to start to step out of the darkness and into the light. I think this is definitely one of those decks that really begins the journey for me. It begins. Okay. Another deck that I sort of look at is the Silver Witchcraft deck. And again, I think this reminds me of rituals. It reminds me of a sense of sacredness. It brings things into perspective for me. I don't know, it just allows me to sort of feel lifted out of the darkness. Again, it's those first few steps that I feel like I'm taking. It really does feel like that process of moving through whatever I need to deal with to start to emerge into the light. I think that's really important for me. Okay, now one that I actually created myself. It's available on Make Playing Cards. I know it's small. I know it's just a mini deck. Is the Sacred Fractal Tarot. Okay, I think it's the colours. Again, I feel like I'm stepping out of the darkness, taking those first few steps. There's a light waiting for me. I haven't yet reached the light, but it's there, waiting for me to grab. And I feel like that's what this deck does when I'm doing a reading, a meditation or reflection type reading for myself. I feel like the light's waiting for me. I haven't yet been able to walk through into the light. It's just there waiting for me to take the steps that I actually need. So I love that about the colours in this deck. Definitely, if you're working with colour, I think this is a really great way to sort of do that. And to have that light, it's reaching towards what you need, your goals, your dreams. I feel like this deck does that for me. Okay, now, deck number 4 is the Fairy Light Tarot. Okay, again, I feel like you're in this darkness, you're in this realm that, you might feel a little lost, a little out of it, and these sort of seem to be stepping stones to where you need to be. You haven't reached the goal yet, you haven't reached the lightness, but you're getting there. You're getting there. It's just taking a little bit longer maybe than you anticipated. It's, and it's a real journey. This to me is really about the journey to move towards the light. So I think that's why this deck speaks to me about that. It's just a journey. It's a journey that's going to take you very slowly through a process to reach the light where you want to be. You've been in this darkness. And for me, the Radley Valentine's Angel Tarot cards. Now this deck in particular I know he has other decks as well. For me, tells me the light's possible. Again, it's up to me to take the action. So this to me is one of those decks that even when I was reading for a client, for a querent, the querent with the message, I would be able to look at that and be able to, the angels sort of give me that message of a kick in the butt sort of thing to take the steps that you actually need. It's like you're in this darkness, you're in this deep hole, and the angels are just trying to bring you up. And you can see the angels pouring down on you and holding out their hand. But are you ready to take their hand and to really bring yourself up? Are you able to reach towards the light? Are you able to come out of this darkness that you have found yourself in? The angels are holding their hand out towards you. Are you able to grab it? And that's what this deck has done for me, or for my clients when I've done a reading for them. It's given them that ability to actually hold out their hand and reach towards the light, if you like, reach towards their goals, their dreams, or, whatever needs to be done so that they can take those first few steps forward. I think this is another one of those decks that really seem to do it for me. It's not all light and fluffy. Yes, I know that the messages may seem it, but it's how you use those messages to reach towards the goals that you actually want. I actually find this really does that really, really well for me. So that's it with the emergence decks from 3 Fat Readers that I got the hashtag from. So don't forget to check the links below, check the links on my channel, like, subscribe and ring the bell so you know when the next video will be uploaded. Take care and blessed be.